Hi, I'm Curtis,
Hi, I'm Amanda.
and we're here to tell you about.
The upcoming next June 2021 conference, and it's a symposium and a conference, and it's going to be two organizations getting together.
Okay, you forgot the name of it, didn't you?
Well, no.
You're
I
letting
wanted
me
you
say,
to.
okay.
I wanted you to say that.
All right, it's the JALT TESOL International Mind, Brain, and Language Education Symposium. That's the official name.
So it's a joint symposium between the two organizations.
Yeah, these are the two of the largest, language teacher organizations in the world.
They are, yes. But this is a first, not
Mhm.
only because we are joining together for a conference in Japan, but also the topic of the conference is completely new.
Yep. What
Yeah.
our purpose is going to be to bring brain sciences to language teaching. When most of us were going through school, there's very little neuroscience and not even that much psychology informing us about how to teach. Main things was mainly just from the perspective of linguistics.
Yeah, so you don't have to be an expert in neuroscience to understand what we're going to say, because in this conference it's like an interface between brain science and language teachers.
And I guarantee it's going to be interesting. You'll find things that you never would have imagined, about how the brain works in relation to both language and learning.
And the more you find out about how the brain works, the more you realize why some things are working in the classroom and why other things are just not.
Mm-hmm. So let's tell them about the 2 days.
Yeah.
Again, it's here in Kyoto, Japan, at your beautiful university.
Kyoto Sangyo University.
In one of the most interesting cities in Japan, Kyoto.
And the month of June, it's warm and sunny, and it's going to be over the weekend. And the first day, Saturday, will be the TESOL day, and it will be 3 workshops. And each participant will be able to attend each workshop one after the other.
So we're going to have 3 special speakers,
Yeah.
all brought from abroad, experts on things related to language teaching and the brain.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to go through these 3 workshops. Okay.
Yes.
What's the second day like?
Well, the second day is going to be run by the Brain SIG. Maybe Curtis, you should explain who the Brain SIG is.
The Brain SIG is the JALT Mind, Brain, and Education Special Interest Group. And really, that's the crux of this conference. We're organizing it. And we're going to try to find ways to relate, again, brain sciences to language teaching. That's what we've been studying for the last 5 years.
Yeah. So day 2, there will be presentations, there will be panel discussions, there will be a keynote speaker, but there will be a lot of big differences from the conferences you usually attend.
Mm-hmm. We'll tell you a little bit about that in a minute. But let's talk about the plenary speakers that we've invited.
Sure. Yeah. So we've invited 3 people. Julia Folkman from the United States, and
Julia Folkman and Sarah Rose Kavanaugh from the United States.
And Mike Burry from Australia, but originally from the United States.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And those 3 speakers will be doing the workshops on the TESOL day. But for the Brain SIG day, we have
our own Stephen M. Ryan.
Mm-hmm. Where's he from?
Originally from the UK, but he's lived in Japan for a long, long time. He's working in Okayama.
So let's start with our 3 TESOL speakers. The first one is Sarah Rose Kavanaugh.
I will be speaking about emotions and learning and how harnessing the power of emotions in your teaching can arrest student attention, mobilize their efforts, and maximize their learning.
And now for our second speaker, Mike Burry.
In this session, I'll be talking about 2 haptic techniques that can be used to teach both vocabulary and pronunciation at the same time. By haptic, we mean a systematic combination of movement and touch, and you'll be trained in the use of these techniques, so you'll experience them firsthand, but you'll also be asked to reflect on these techniques and how you may implement them in your own classroom, in your own context, and at the same time we'll link them to some neuroscientific principles.
And our third is Julia Volkman.
I'm coming to Kyoto to share information with you about the neuroscience of language learning and a transdisciplinary view of how we can support our learners in language study and practice. We'll look at really interesting topics like plasticity and pruning, neural networks, neurobiology of stress, dynamic development of skill, and other topics that can translate into important information for us to use in our daily practice with our students.
Well, that sounds really interesting, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
I've known these three people in various ways for a long time and wanted to meet them and hear what they have to say.
Yeah, and a 90-minute workshop sounds like really fun.
Yeah, 90-minute workshops.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so for our day we have one plenary, and we'll also have lots of concurrent presentations, so please feel free to submit proposals for that. But on our day we'll have Stephen M. Ryan, and let's hear what he has to say.
Yeah.
For the past few years, I've been trying to understand what the increasingly clear picture about how people learn that's emerging from various brain science fields can teach us about how students learn during their study abroad experience. Now, when I say students learn, I'm not focusing so much on the language that they learn, but more how they learn to cope with and to learn from the environment in which they find themselves. I am excited at the possibility of sharing some of these ideas with you in June.
Oh, thanks, Stephen.
Yep, that was great. Now, if you would like to give a presentation yourself, then please don't hesitate. If brain science is something that you haven't presented on before, we're offering some support and some mentoring for first-timers. If you are a seasoned presenter on brain sciences, we'd love to have you. So please don't hesitate to apply, send a proposal to our website.
And if you'd like some help, as Amanda said, just contact us. The important thing is to go to our website where you can register, submit proposals, find out what kind of things are going on and everything else. Now, one other thing that I think is important to tell about how this is going to be a brain-friendly conference. Unlike the usual conference format, we're going to do some special things because we know how the brain learns best.
Yeah. We want to know how our learners are learning best. So at this conference, you are all going to be learners. And it's all about how you're going to learn the contents of the presentations and learn from each other. And
what things cause learning?
Yes, because you're going to be teaching each other as well as learning.
Yeah. So problem solving, being a teacher yourself, movement to keep blood flow
Absolutely. Yeah. Eating healthily. Discussions
on the presentations afterwards.
Yes.
Emotional experiences. We have some moving activities also involved.
Yes. Yeah. But most importantly, your own questions.
Yeah.
What are your questions, and are they answered? Are they answered by the presenters, or can you find the answer among other attendees at the conference?
That'll be the main task of the first day, to think of what burning questions do you have and what can you gain from the workshops or the other presentations that might answer those questions, and then discussing that with other members.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm really looking forward to this conference.
Me too. Yeah.
So I hope you come. We hope to see you there, and take care. Again, this is Curtis. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. See you soon.
See you soon.